What is going on, everyone? My name's Boy and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. That Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, completely ignoring the 4 boar that he has. His name is Fox, his opponent today, in the blue color playing as Poseidon. His name is Bubez, equally ignoring his boar because his build requires him to go straight onto the goat. Now, if you are unaware of this build that Bubez is doing, it is basically you put your initial 2 villages onto wood, and then the rest of them, or I think you put 3 or 4 villages onto goats, and then you put an extra 2 onto wood. Then you build your house, and you will be able to get out 3 fishing ships and have constant villager production. It's very, very good, very, very strong, very, very nice. You see the 4 villages onto goats here, and he's even, this is funny. This is something I haven't seen very much of in Mythology, but I've seen it quite a bit in Age of Empires 2, which Bubez has been playing some recently. Very, very funny, very smart. The reason why he's doing this, pulling these goats away from this position here, is simply so that he doesn't overkill goats, because he wants to be eating them if he needs to, but you don't want to accidentally kill 2 goats at one time. So very funny, very important to kind of do that. But that's how it works. And here we go. Fox actually going double dock on one side here, which is interesting. We'll see what Bubez can do as a response to this. I mean, he's also going double dock, actually. In fact, he's going, this is even more interesting of a build. I don't know if I agree with the, I don't, interesting though. I just, looking at it like, what? How? This is crazy. He's already got 2 docks up and he's going to be spamming out the fishing ship mightily fast. Mightily fast, but the thing that's gonna bite him in the bum a little bit is that Fox is gonna have his entire fish on his side of the map grabbed, or at least the important fish, which is the close fish. If Bubez overfishes this, he's gonna have a couple of fish not doing too much. So we'll see what he does. It looks like he's already cancelled them. There's another villager coming over here, so Bubez is going for a gigantic boom in the classical age. In the archaic age. Could be an 18 fish classical age here. Only 8 villages on wood though. We do see 10 villages on wood normally in the archaic age if you want to be going for 18 fish. We do see Fox coming up to the top of the map here, and doing the same thing, throwing up his dock here to start fishing here as well. And we do see Bubez being very generous and not trying to steal any fish from Fox, who's already fished this side out as well. He's only got 1 more he needs to get, and then he will be very happy about that one. So nice play from Fox and Bubez for that matter. And then the fishing ship going to start over here, and the 4th dock as well. And this build order, if you want to see anyone who's got crisp build orders, Bubez is your man. He is the man who goes into the into those standard into those like LAN games and practices build orders till the cows come home. And it's something that like I recommend to anyone who is struggling with their early game or just wants to get better at the game. I recommend going into those single player games and just doing the first 5 minutes of the game on repeat, and you can see fishing ships still coming out of these docks here, trying to get those up. And Fox has not even got his temple up just yet, looking to be going up at about 5 minutes, going for like a 6-minute advance time. So we'll see. We've got 8 villages on gold, a little bit more than I would have expected for him to put. Generally speaking, you only see 7, but he may be going for a fast purse scene as well. So you do need to get the extra villager onto gold for that one as well. So we'll see what happens, but Hermes just got a choice. Not even going Ares here. Actually, Ares would have been a pretty nasty thing here. We do see there is this extra fish here, so no problem there. And yes, we do see Tar coming through, and it is a 6-minute advance. So Bubez is up super fast. He's got almost fished this entire thing out, already building trireme. No instant purse scene is a little bit of a questionable move, considering how much fish he's got. If he gets instant purse scene, he can do some very brutal stuff. Already throwing down 2 stables though for Bubez. So we may be going for a very hard push on this top side of the water. We're almost fishing it completely out here as the trireme comes in, and Fox gonna have to retreat into the docks. There's already 4 docks down to the biggest dock spam here ever from Fox, going with 8 docks in total. That's like building a town center there. So we'll see what Bubez can do to pick these ones off. But that'll be an interesting thing. And still no purse scene, it looks like. So just avoiding it in favor of the early Hippocon. How's the upgrades looking? We have hand axe, no pickaxe. Just going to be spamming villagers onto gold. Villagers moving forward for Fox, and we'll see if Bubez notices this. If he's seen on the line of sight, he could possibly spot the dead wolf here, or the wolf moving around. So the settlement is going to be coming up. There is this relic here, Gruknir, Odin's spear. That'll be a thing. That will be a thing indeed. It's a really strong relic here for the Ra player, because it could go Hathor, and we'll see if he picks it up. Nope, just casually ignoring. Not crazy relic, but definitely an assistance in this game. But we do see medium cavalry coming in. Where's the other relic on the map? Is the question. Right here. Ship of the fingernails. Obviously not the most important relic, given how much food you get, but the trireme are going to be harassing as best as they can, and Fox is just like, you know what, I don't even care. I'm going to just garrison my fish, and then you've all spent so many resources here while I'm getting further ahead on the economy, and Bubez is going to grab his own second town center here. But these town centers are very close to each other, and that if you have any understanding of the Egyptian games, if you have town centers in the same screen, that benefits the Egyptian player to no end. And we see an early Hathor here as well for Fox. Very fast heroic age. It's looking like the Hippocon going to be taking down the dock here, and possibly going to be winning this side of the water as well, because Fox has got no real response to the early Hippocon as well. The early medium Hippocon at that. We see a Theseus coming in as a barracks coming up now for Fox. We see the relic has been picked up by Fox. I love it. Be able to deal with those Hippocon as well. And running around, we see Bubez has got his second town center. I would like to see a fairly fast rush to the Mythic Age here from Bubez. 2 town center full pop, like 11-12 minute Mythic Age here with Earthquake would be pretty significant. Otherwise, it may be a difficult spot for him to win. We do see him even going over onto the deer, so he is prioritizing the food as best as he can. He's actually already going through an Aphrodite here. So Bubez already sitting at 94 population, so he may be even faster than an 11-minute advance time. So I'm not sure how he will get faster than that, but that would be my suggestion here. Migdol Stronghold coming up for Fox, and this is actually a little bit of a mistake, throwing this Migdol Stronghold down right next to the town center, asking to be earthquaked on these water maps where you get fish for free. Basically, it's really important to realize that the game is accelerated. You're probably going to be facing early Mythic Age, early pressure. And if you put the Migdol Stronghold too close to the town center, it's going to be difficult. But you can just throw up a bunch of buildings here as well. You throw up a bunch of granaries here, and you can soak the damage of the earthquake. Pretty brutal curse here The hoplite, or not the hoplite, the hippocon going to be doing a bunch of damage to the laborers. They do have skin of the rhino, so they are tough to get picked off there. There's a mining camp coming up now for Fox, and Bubez going to have to retreat away from there. We do see the market coming up for Bubez, and he's got 500 food, 367 gold. Does have a gold mine here that is relatively easy for him to capture. Catastropher's chilling over here, and the hippocon will get this surround onto Cleopatra. We do see a locust coming down, going to be hitting those villagers, but nice split there from Bubez in order to save most of them. And the rock going to have to get out of there for the time being. Meanwhile, the Pharaoh from Fox did get picked off. And that is going to be huge because it slows down the economy of Fox tenfold. Meanwhile, Fox sitting at 91 population to 109 population of Bubez, and he's got the the resources to advance, and he is going straight through Artemis. Little bit late, a little bit later than I thought it would have been, potentially because of the later purse scene. If he went for it a bit faster, he would have had a lot more resource in the bank, a lot more food in the bank, but it's fine. It's still like 12-minute Mythic Age is still going to be very, very strong. So we'll see what happens. And now the Chariot Archers forcing Bubez away from here, from this gold mine. Maybe, well, there's still like a little bit of gold here, and we see Bubez got 5 villagers onto the temple. He is going to be going for those Chimera spams that we've seen him do time and time again. And I'm sure Fox has got some sort of nightmare of the last time he played Bubez or had to deal with Bubez's Chimera. Those barbecued laborers are some exciting times to be had. Fortress now coming up for Bubez to try and secure this location. 4 town centers for Fox as well. So he has got the town center situation, but 125 population. Getting this town center is actually not as risky as you might think, because the earthquake will come down, possibly here, and then you still have the other one up. So you just want to try and spam as many villages as you can, get the biggest economy you possibly can, give up the location that he wants to use them. We just see a shifting sands comes in and an immediate rain, so that there is no potential earthquake, and that's going to slow this down to more of a 13-minute timing attack here, which is going to give Fox the time to get masons. If I was Fox, I'd be throwing up a granary here around this town center, as many as you possibly can. I'm not sure if it 100% works or not. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure that. Well, how much HP do these buildings have? 400. An earthquake does like kind of like a total of I can't see what it is. Damn. I think that's like a total of 14,000. 12,000 hit points. 12,000 hit points. So if you throw up a bunch of granaries here, you could possibly prevent the, I think it works with the building foundation now. You don't even have to complete it. Wow, that's broken. Sigma giving everyone the hot tips. But there's the earthquake. Fox not fast enough to get those down, and like we said, that Migdol stronghold does get picked off. And now Bubez can move in and grab this one for himself, but I think that was sort of the plan here for Fox, and Fox now just needs to kind of hang on, as he does have the stronger late game against an Artemis Poseidon than against the Hephaestus Poseidon. So that'll be key. There is a ceasefire that is able to be cast now for Bubez to grab this town center completely fine. But we'll see if Fox can make his way to the next age in a timely fashion or not, or if these Chimera are just too huge. But there's so many priests here already, as Fox very intelligently has already pumped those out. But the big problem right now for Fox is 100% this gold mine. There is there's a gold mine over here, and I don't know if Fox would have spotted it. You may have spotted it, but it's going to be difficult. Oh, that micro from the Hippocon, just juking everything. That was some glitchy stuff there. Oh man, that was funny. clip that, the Matrix Hippocon, and there is the ceasefire from Bubez who we're talking about as he gets this town center up. So now Fox kind of has a couple of choices he needs to make here. Either one, he goes Osiris and plays for a safe late game sort of style, or he goes Horus here and goes for a tornado to take down this town center and try and take this one. Bubez deleting some Hippocon here. That's to get out another Chimera. But with this many priests, I'm not sure you want to be spamming those Chimera. They die pretty fast. There's a Heliopolis here now for Bubez. And this is gonna be pretty interesting here. How far away is Osiris? 40%. The ceasefire will be gone. This gold mine is getting mined very fast. How many camels do we have? We've already got a decent trade value. We've got 13 camels getting 58 gold though. So I think the number is 100 gold per camel caravan is equal-ish to a perfect quarry gold villager. So at 58, I'm not sure how much worse they are. But you might need to get a priest over there to help out. We see if Siege Works coming up. Nice micro from Fox to pick off those Chimera here. And he is trying to defend this as the Hippocon pushing through. We have to see some mercenary pumping out right now. We do see Cleopatra the second sitting in the back of the base here. Don't want to take any damage on this Pharaoh. You want to keep him as alive as possible. And try to take down everything here. And there's the Osiris. Son of Osiris comes through onto that Pharaoh, and he's going to be picking off all those units. Meanwhile, the fortified town center is under attack by engineered what are they called, Petropoli, and it's looking like this town center is awfully close to going down. The Chimera here as well going to be retreating away, and Fox is sending a lot of villagers over here in a little bit of a panic as the Son of Osiris will be able to pick off these Petropolis here, and also the Chimera as well. If he can do that, we'll see how much damage he does to those. And it will probably be worth it to just sacrifice the Son of Osiris to take down these siege weapons here. And he does take quite the hit there. Now Chimera running into the base of Fox, and I don't know where his mummy is, but he needs that mummy to be taking down Chimera. And we do see the Chimera, and he does pick it off. No, he clicked on he let the mummy do its own thing here. Meanwhile, Chimera in the base and doing some cheeky raids onto the villagers over here, and Fox has got his town center back up. Gonna be very happy about that one. Siege tower coming out now. I'm gonna be trying to take down some of these locations here, some of these buildings potentially. Maybe just want to go after the town center and get some chip damage, but the big thing that he needs to do is take down this wall. That's going to be very important. We do see another siege works coming up, and but Bubez has already targeted that one down. Son of Osiris coming over here trying to take down the Metropolis, but he cannot attack. He's not in range, and the other thing is running away. And Fox not paying attention and taking a lot of damage from this fortress. Meanwhile, Bubez is moving forward with his own fortress into this location. Villagers coming over, but the Chimera going to be moving in, and once he gets the special attack out, that's going to be a lot of dead villagers. But he's just turning around doing so much damage to them. And even with Skin of the Rhino, it's still a disgusting on the barbecued laborers yet again, but does manage to finally pick off that Chimera. And honestly, it's not a bad idea for him to be using the villagers this way, because he wants to replace their population with camel caravans. Is going to be a very, very smart way to deal with this. And he didn't even lose that many villagers either. Meanwhile, this location is still under attack as Fox has not been able to defend it at all. Or secure it, I should say. He does need to get some catapult out here and try and pick off this fortress here. But this forward build here from Bubez has been dealt with. I'd love to see Fox start walling off this side of the map as well and prevent any sort of like sneaky side builds or anything like that. Would be very important. Meanwhile, he needs to make sure this Son of Osiris stays alive, otherwise he can't deal with the Petropolis spam here. But we'll see if he can manage to do that one or not. Just trying to spam the units out as best as he can. He's got a lot of resources in the bank, but not that much gold. Meanwhile, Bubez, in the other hand, is in a very similar situation. He's got no resources at all. But these Petropolis are just going to town on this town center, which has architects, masons, and sun-dried mud brick, but it's just not enough with the Petropolis just spamming away. He's got the Priest empowering, which is going to help it stay alive for quite some time, but the wall does go down, which is going to allow some of those melee units in here to try and pick these guys off, but he's just not fast enough as they are still pumping away at this town center. And Fox has got 11 champion chariots sitting here idle, not using them, as he's trying to micro in this situation here. He's picking these off fairly well, but he needs to pick them all off. And there's the champion chariots coming in. And he's just losing the town center again. But I don't think Bubez has got the army right now to push in onto this town center. I think Fox has still got quite the army here with those with the Son of Osiris, and the Petropolis does some damage here, but he may be able to just get the town center straight back up here. It wouldn't be a bad idea to get the Son of Osiris onto this instead of having him fire. At this point, he does get that town center up significantly faster than a priest. But the Petropolis going to get in time. Is it going to be able to attack in time? And it's attacked the wrong thing, unfortunately. And then he's going to get the town center back up, as Bubez is just not able to keep it down. And he's now sitting at 138 population, 41 gold in the bank. And the spam that he's been doing at this point is just falling on its head, as now Fox can start gathering gold again, and that's absolutely huge. And now the fortress is trying to get picked off as well, and we see finally Fox is able to deal with this fortress here. And I'd love to see Fox just spam up like 3 or 4 towers in this location so he can start sieging away here, spamming some mercenary as well, considering he's got that trade route set up. Still no priest over here, but we do see a huge side bomb right now for Bubez into the back of this location, sending the chariot archers over here. He needs to pick off that lone laborer there that's sitting at 6 HP, and he does manage to do that. Villager's going to come over here and try and pick off these archery rages. Bubez with the crazy fire builds, always being absolutely insane. But the forward build of Bubez has fallen. And now Bubez is going after another angle here, as he does have a fairly decent natural defense point here with this forest. And we'll see if Fox can defend against that one. And there goes the Toxodian. These archery ranges will be going down fairly soon. Fox has got decent upgrades on the armory, almost full bronze. Meanwhile, Bubez has only got copper mail. So Fox is just going to be getting further and further ahead right now. And yet again, Bubez sending villagers forward to spam military buildings. He's hit this location once. He knows it's an important location, and he's going to be going for it again here if he can muster the resources. But he is short on gold. He has made a trade route, but I don't know how many camel caravans he's really got here. If we check them out, I can't select them because I give up. He's got a trade route, and he's content with it because he's stopped building them. We do see some walls coming up here for Bubez, but he's a little bit too slow as the units are pumping in right now. And there is yet again another fortress, and we are seeing the walls trying to come up for Fox, but Fox is going to see that and just be like, another one. Another one. But the Migdos stronghold is up now for Fox, and the Chimera raids coming in yet again for Bubez onto Fox's economy. It's just absolutely brutal to be having to deal with all of this stuff. He's just got such an active way of playing this game, and it's so exciting to see Bubez just attacking everywhere and just putting buildings up everywhere. Sitting on this gold mine as well, as he's managed to somehow secure, sort of out of nowhere, the Chimera coming in to defend the villagers as they're just spamming buildings up here. Catapult coming out to help clean up this. I'm still surprised that Fox isn't using this time to throw up some towers here. It'll be super important if he gets up a couple of towers here. Then he can start sieging away at this town center and bring it into a 4-2 town center advantage for him. Now we do see some chariot archers coming in. They will be trying to deal with that Chimera, and they have a decent, it's not the same upgrades, but they have decent upgrades, probably enough to sort of deal with this kind of Chimera, even with the 60% PS armor versus the 37. Actually, I think the Chimera just wins here. I think they just win. Just especially with that special attack. It's actually going to be relatively close, but some Peltas coming out right now. We'll clean up the rest of them. We just see another siege works coming up for Fox in order to try and deal with this. Meanwhile, he is just trying to push through, and he's winning in terms of kills, I think, yet again. But I think I'm gonna jump into the post game quickly and just check out the resource total. Bubez is still just in front of Fox. Not sure I can even understand how that's possible here, but Fox is rebuilding villages as well as he's trying to just keep up with Bubez's just multitasking everywhere and just trying to strangle Fox here. The Chimera here is going to get picked off by the town center in no time, and we do see a huge move now from Bubez into this location to try and get onto Fox's trade route. That is going to be painful because Fox has not put up those very, very important walls that you got to put up, and Bubez is taking complete advantage of it right now as he's throwing fortresses up everywhere, followed by watchtowers up everywhere, and just controlling this map incredibly well. So we'll see if Fox can clean this up or not. That's going to be the question. Clean it up and then protect his trade route. He has not responded, or he started to build mercenary over here to pick these guys off. And I think that's going to force Fox to have to rebuild some of these camel caravans if he wants to keep spamming out mercenary like he is. You see he's still got a lot of resources in the bank. Surprised to see him not upgrading all of his armor and everything, but fortress going down for Bubez is going to just be replaced with a bunch of those militia which need to get picked off. And they are very, very strong as well. They're basically little hoplites there. Absolutely insane. And now the Petropolis is targeting the town center again. He's hit this spot as well. Oh my god. You see the Toxotes over here under fire. But still spamming units, and now we've got a wall going up over here as Bubez is moving in to this location as well. But finally we've got some walls coming up over here. Heliopolis is already out to try and prevent it from happening, and I think Bubez just spams more buildings here. It was all cleaned up for half a second there, and he just comes back in and replaces them over and over again. Oh, I just can't deal with it. So insane. This is some insane Poseidon right now. Polyphemus are taking down the guard tower, reminiscent of last game. But Baluster Tower comes through. It's going to keep him alive just a little bit longer. I think it will be enough to take him down, which it is. But the Petropolis are back onto this town center, and Fox is just not able to deal with this. He's finally throwing up walls everywhere, but it may be too little too late as some more villagers coming over here trying to deal with the Petropolis on his town center here and the Heliopolis. But with the priest empowering, it should be enough. We've got some more chariot archers coming over here, and it's looking like it's just I don't even know what to say. This is just such an insane way to play this matchup. The town center is slowly but surely going to... Actually, it's going to survive. There's no way. This Petropolis just goes down as well. Fox needs to figure out a way to hit a Bubez right now, because he's been on the defensive this entire game. He has not managed to distract Bubez at all in this game with any sort of raids or forward builds or anything like that. Finally, the archery ranges are about to be going down, and a Fox sitting with 160 pop. Those houses going down have been completely fine. Hasn't reproduced any of those camel caravans though, so not sure if that's going to become an issue or not for him. And Catapult taking down some of these archery ranges. And these siege towers will be moving in fairly soon. Actually, that's a question in the chat. I saw militia need a nerf. Did they originally have armor on them, or is that an addition? Is that an addition? I can't remember. It's definitely not something that I'm a fan of. I think, unless it was in the original. If it's in the original, it's fine. And now the fortress does go down. Now it's the tower coming up for Fox. And Fox is finally hitting this location how he should have like 10 minutes ago. If he threw up these towers here, could have taken down this town center really well. I hate it. I hate it. Bubez is everywhere and he's not going to spot this. These watchtowers are going to go up and he's not going to spot it. He does have a catapult over here which he can move over to help deal with this, but this is going to be key for Bubez. But Bubez may lose this town center. Meanwhile, and Fox is actually really struggling to produce units currently as he's trying to spam up these towers. Here we go. Fox is pushing through, but the towers are up, and we'll see when Fox notices this. You may have to just send some villagers over and try and take it down, but the villagers are taking down the market, and the pharaoh is getting targeted, and Fox deletes the market here. But Bubez is over the other side already with the transport ship. Bubez has got a transport ship and he's building in the other corner here. He's just insane. He's everywhere. But meanwhile, Bubez losing his town center. This could be the point in which Fox can clutch this game here. If he takes this town center, all of this stuff is gonna start becoming very, very difficult to do. But the villagers taking down the Migdol stronghold. But I'm not sure if Fox is going to be able to hang on here. He's got 1,000 gold in the bank. But he's taking down the town center, and now Bubez is sitting at 130 population, 6 gold in the bank, trying to push in over onto this location with Heliopolis, throwing down another fortress. Fox may be able to just move villagers over here at this point and try and just take it down with his Skin of the Rhino villagers. Villagers moving in onto this town center as well, going to give him an extra 20 population to play with. And this one is looking like Fox has managed to hold on, but he's also got a ways to go here because Bubez is still everywhere on the map. And he hasn't dealt with or noticed this just yet, or he hasn't reacted to it. Maybe he feels like he doesn't need to, because it's just like a point that he doesn't have to bother with. He can just make a forward motion up to this town center, and if he takes down these buildings here, he can easily push into Bubez's home base. Meanwhile, Petropolis moving in on the bottom and Heliopolis moving in on the top. But a siege tower is here. Mercenary going to start pumping out for Fox, you got to think. But he's sitting at 52 population right now. And the market, it has come here and he's going to trade into the center of the map. I like it. Very, very smart. Or very, very intelligent uses. Down to 37 gold a trip though, but obviously better than nothing. And he's going to need it very importantly, and he's now grabbing the gold in the middle of the map. That is the last gold on this map here. And meanwhile, the fortress is going to be going down for Bubez. We're going to have a little bit of a dry spell here while the economy is trying to catch up. Still got heavy cavalry here, but catapults now coming in trying to clean up the drop here from Bubez. Now the mercenary coming in as a pick off the Heliopoli very, very slowly. Wait, where's he sending those from? Nowhere. They're doing their thing. And the cavalry coming in trying to pick off those villages here. Meanwhile, what is happening? The Petropolis over here slowly pushing through. These villagers not doing all too much. And it's looking like the militia going to come in and slow down Fox some here. Wow, but ballistic towers are a really good counter to these militia here. If you get those up, they will be able to deal with the militia. Militia are sort of like mercenary in a way, because they can break the population cap. So the counter to units that cost no population or can break population cap is building a unit or a building which can kill them, and that is the tower. That is the tower. And catapult spamming away, going to be able to take this down, but as soon as it comes in, that's 6 militia out of the fortress here. That's a lot of militia, but nice little micro there from Fox to surround these units here. and do that. But now there's a Heliopolis taking down the forward town center, but already making some mercenary here, sitting at 180 population now for Fox. So he's trying to hold on. We've even got some mercenary coming over just to check out what's happening in the bottom here. Walls coming up here as Fox is just conceding that land, as he's realizing that all he has to do is pick this off and he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay to put all of his forces into the front. I'd love to see some towers over here as well. Did he delete? He did delete the transport ship. I like that from Bubez. And catapults taking everything down and pushing Bubez back. What an insane game so far from these two absolute legends of AOM, as Fox is able to take down the fortress and take down the side build of Bubez yet again. Where is the spot for Bubez to make the next attack? He's still just trying to attack with Heliopolis, making all of those units move in here, but the villagers are all just going to be repairing the town center. There's no pharaoh here, there's no priest, and this is base rate villagers repairing here, but he will be able to defend with simply just mercenary, spamming out of the town center here. Migdol Stronghold coming up in the front, and the villagers returning back to their job on the lumber camp. There is finally only one militia left over here, or two militia left, getting picked off by the Baluster Towers. Villagers getting tasked to take down the Heliopolis that's remaining. And that's going to be that on this side. But we'll see if Fox learns his lesson and puts up a lighthouse or some towers over here or something. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Or if he doesn't even care, he's just like, I just want to win. So let me push forward. Let me just destroy this this Poseidon. But this Poseidon, this Bubez, he's got the Heliopolis moving in right now, doing everything he possibly can to stay in this game and clear out buildings from Fox. But all of these Heliopoli are just doing so much. I think, oh no, Fox needs to repair the town center again. I still see no priest or pharaoh. It wouldn't be a bad idea to bring the pharaoh forward. But there's so many Heliopoli here. But it's looking like it's going to be super close. There's a couple of Heliopoli dying. It's a really low town center. The town center does go down. Nice play from Bubez here. Fox still sitting at full population though. That's not going to be an easy time for him to push back into this location here. And Fox is now also losing this town center as well, slowly but surely. But he's still making these champion chariots, which I just don't think is the way to be dealing with the Heliopolis hoplite spam. You've got to be making your own spearmen at this point, I think. Champion spearmen would be very, very good here, or even axemen wouldn't go astray. Late game, it's very important to not get stuck into these chariot archers too badly. And now Bubez can get back to what he loves doing, get this town center back, and the side builds will continue here. The side builds will continue. Oh my god. I'm surprised to see Fox not spamming mercenary from this town center. He's actually spamming it from his hometown center, building villages from this town center, which is peculiar. But now Bubez is throwing the walls back up. I just can't deal with it. I just can't deal with it. Bubez is just too good. He's just too good. And now the chariot archers as a reaction. Oh my god. Bubez doesn't want to lose. He's like, nah, not losing. I'm too good. We're just gonna keep going here. Alistair Towers going up. And the town center going down. No! Fox! Fox is down to 2 town centers. He can't, and all of these towers here, and Fox with the WTF, he had it, he had the game in the palm of his hands. He had the game in the palm of his hands and he's tapping out. GG, well played, what an absolute game from Bubez, just everywhere on the map, just so crazy good. Oh, I can't deal. What an insane comeback, what an insane pressure. That's just so good. What a really good game there by Bubez. Really well played by Fox as well. Once he had this town center here, he just needed to send a pharaoh forward to empower this, and then try and retake this corner over here, and then he probably could have held on to this town center and then won. Oh man, it was so bizarre. And then maybe even like getting out some spearmen here would have been super helpful, because I do have a bonus against the siege weapons there. But GG, well played. Fox says more, so maybe we'll play. I might do one more. I'm getting tired, but we might do one more. Or if Bubez is out, we're out. Alright, so GG, well played. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to head off for now. And thanks for hanging out with me on this Sunday. It's an absolute awesome stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it.